This is episode number 3086 of the Who Cares News for Tuesday, May 12th, 2026. The Who Cares News is a member of the Mouthful Media Podcast Network.
It's not fake news. It's not breaking news. In fact, it's news you couldn't care less about. It's the Who Cares News with your hosts, Van Camp and Morgan.
The Fast and the Furious franchise is officially shifting into television mode. Vin Diesel announced at NBC Universal's upfront presentation that a brand new Fast and Furious TV series is now in development for Peacock. Because apparently, after 11 movies...
I was going to say...
thousands of exploding submarines, space cars, and family speeches every 6 minutes, there is still more gears left.
And the Japanese drift.
That's right.
I mean, come on. Yeah, right? It's like, yeah. Well, I mean... Okay, Vin Diesel, he quit some in the middle of this thing. And then Paul Walker died, and then he came back. I think that was the deal. So they had to entice him to come back. Which
it wasn't the same without him.
They dangled a carrot of money in front of Vin Diesel.
He is part of Fast and Furious.
He is. I get it. Yeah, it's just as much as they would come back and say something about one of them, like Robert Downey Jr. not being in a Marvel movie. So they, whatever. But so TV, huh?
So Diesel
appeared. You can't see these movies on Peacock already. You can stream them. So.
Well, Diesel appeared on stage with Jimmy Fallon and told the audience fans have wanted more from the franchise for years. And at one point, he claimed 4 different shows were being developed. Although 4. Insiders later clarified only one series is currently moving forward at Universal Television.
So. So the upfronts, and we also heard that Jimmy Fallon is producing the game show Wordle, based on the New York Times game that people play. Not as many people play since the pandemic's over.
yeah.
Everybody was playing it during. I mean, they should have struck while the iron was hot. But Savannah Guthrie is going to be the host of that game show. Can you imagine, playing, the 5-letter word Wordle game, and maybe having 2 contestants vying for the word as it reveals itself on the board? I'm just trying to figure out how that's going to work. With, buzzers and everything else.
They figured that part of it out.
Oh, I'm sure they have. Now, Jimmy Fallon actually had another show that was out. It was called, I think, On the Brand or something like that. And that's been canceled. So,
what about Password?
Password, they haven't had on for a while, I don't think. I don't believe it's been on for a while. But Jimmy was the host, I think, of Password. That was one of those ideas that was, here's an idea from the 1960s. Nobody will recognize this one.
Well, it was actually pretty funny. And when Betty White was alive, because she did Password all the time when she was young.
She was married to the host.
Yeah, and she was always so good on there. And I know that she did it, up until...
She did a bunch,
Close until before she died.
Right. And she was always great.
Yeah.
It's celebrities being involved in something like Password or $25,000 Pyramid or something like that always make it fun, right? But sometimes from those game shows, some idiots would be jerks, like Jerry Lewis would be on or somebody like that. And they didn't care about helping their foolish mortal partner win the game. They just kept throwing, jokes at them. And it's like, hey. That's not fun.
Yeah, every once in a while that would happen.
That's not fun. And the judges would hit the buzzer. Sorry. Try again. Pass.
That would happen.
Pass.
When it'd be over, I'd look at the celebrity and say, you owe me.
Yeah, I know. I would have too. It's like, you sue them. It's like, I'm taking you to court for messing up. I lost $100,000 because of you.
I don't think that lawsuit would go anywhere.
I don't either because, they signed non-competes and all that junk. But anyway, all right. So we were talking about Fast and Furious. Okay, Fast and Furious. Yay! If you like fast cars and illegal street racing and things like that.
Anyway,
it's coming to Peacock.
It's coming to Peacock.
All right. Okay. All right. We will, of course, we'll be waiting for that with bated breath because we can't wait. There's 11 movies.
Absolutely.
11 of those movies are on Peacock anyway. I think they even have a Fast and the Furious
those are movies
channel on Peacock.
Anyway, goodness sakes. Apparently, Hollywood has decided humanity is finally ready to be chased by killer cowboy robots again.
Oh no, not again.
Yeehaw. A new movie reboot of Westworld is officially in development at Warner Brothers.
There are no original ideas.
And you'd think they could come up with a better one than that.
Well, the TV series was amazing. The first movie back in the 70s was, it looked like a 70s movie. They were trying to put robots and make Yul Brynner into a robotic guy when his face fell off.
Then they kind of figured it out a little bit.
Yeah, it was not good.
So here's a fast fact.
What's a fast fact?
The original Westworld movie was created by Michael Crichton.
Oh, Mr. ER, Mr. best-selling author.
Yeah. But it was created way back in 1973.
I saw it. You know how I saw it?
How'd you see it?
Back in the 1970s, it was, not in 73, but I saw it later in the 80s. It was on Showtime.
Oh.
Yeah, or whatever Showtime was before it was Showtime. Can't remember, Channel 100, I don't know. Anyway, they had Westwood on, and I watched it, and I'm going like, this is a stinker. An absolute stinker.
Well, it inspired HBO's hit TV adaptation.
Which was good.
Had Evan Rachel Wood, Jeffrey Wright.
Jeffrey Wright was great. Man, he was great. They were both good. Yeah.
Now, actually, maybe I put that out of my mind. I remember seeing some of them, and they were pretty good.
I think they did 3 seasons. The third season they were all weird. But the idea is it's a theme park that's run by humanoid robots that you can't tell that they're robots. And so they can give you anything you want because they're machines as a guest. And it's very expensive to stay there. But the robots run amok. Oh, I don't want to give anything away. They run amok, as AI will do. And that can't end well when robots run amok. It can't end well.
No. We all need to keep that in mind these days, too.
That, and also when the robots figure out they're robots. See, this is where this gets...
That's when it gets weird.
It gets very weird, but when the robots figure out, hey, I'm not a human. Wait, is this not real skin?
This does not compute.
Oh, man.
When you watch a show and you think, well, it's not quite for me, but I gotta say it's well done.
Westwood's really well done.
That was one of the, Westworld wouldn't be necessarily something and sit down and watch all the time, but I gotta say it was well done and it was good. Not quite my cup of tea, but I'd drink it.
Would you drink it? I'll give you one other little tidbit of information.
Yeah.
If you do watch it, I don't know if it's still available on the streamer on HBO Max, but if you do watch it, turn on the subtitles. It's very hard to understand what they're saying.
The funny thing is that once I started turning on subtitles to Downton Abbey, because I have to have subtitles on Downton Abbey.
British, anybody that speaks a Scottish brogue. Yeah.
I find that I want to have subtitles on everything.
I know. I can figure out Graham Norton's brogue, but I can't figure out anybody else's. I can understand him.
It doesn't matter if I can understand it or not.
Yeah.
When I watch Blue Lights on BritBox, I love that show. I always use subtitles. Anyway. All right, so no cast or release date has been announced yet. So, so there you go. Despite internet rumors trying to turn the situation into a country music soap opera, sources say Keith Urban still has a relationship with daughters Sunday Rose and Faith Margaret.
I would imagine.
I would hope so.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So reports had claimed the girls stopped speaking to Keith after the split, but a source says the family dynamic is actually much more normal than people assume, because he was really close to his kids, you know?
Well, and the normal thing is of course for the kids to originally blame dad, and then time gets better.
Yeah.
Over time. It takes time. But,
and this is kind of one of those
that's the typical divorce dynamic. Is like, it's all dad's fault.
Well, this is kind of,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And how could you blame their puritanical, lovely, fair-skinned mother, Nicole Kidman,
who seemed to have been going through a little bit of plastics? What is she doing?
Oh, no, of course she's doing that. She's been doing it. She's been doing injections and stuff for a long time.
She's messing herself up. And you know who's done more?
Who?
Angelina Jolie. Holy moly.
Yeah, Angelina Jolie's starting to look like unnatural.
Somebody else.
Yeah.
Anyway, Nicole recently shared a Mother's Day post celebrating her daughters. But one of her, Sunday Rose, actually walked the 2026 Met Gala carpet with her mama.
They were at the Met. Yeah. All right. Well, good. Good for them that everything's all's well and ends well. Daddy just lives in a different town. Okay. More Who Cares tomorrow. I shouldn't make fun of that, but no.
I'm still sad about it.
It's sad. Have a great day, and
that's all the news you could care less about for today.
Subscribe to the Who Cares News and never miss an episode. We're on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, iHeartRadio, or anywhere fine podcasts are heard. And check us out on Facebook, too. You can listen to our live broadcast every weekday at 8:45 a.m. Pacific on BossBossRadio.com.
That's a mouthful.